My name is Finch, and I am an old man now. My life is quiet. I sit in my chair and remember many things. But one memory never leaves me, the memory of how I almost lost my father and how I won him back. It changed me forever. Many years ago, when I was a young man, my mother passed away. Our family felt like a small boat in a storm. She had been our anchor, our light, and without her, everything fell apart. My father, Corbin, was a strong and kind man, but after her death, he became silent and broken. He barely ate, barely spoke, and sat for hours in his chair, lost in sadness. I tried to help, but nothing worked. Then one day, a young woman named Stella entered his life. She was beautiful, with a bright smile and a gentle voice. My father met her at a cafe, and for the first time in months I saw him smile again. At first she seemed like hope, like the sunshine returning after a long storm. But I soon realized that her light was false. Stella was much younger than my father, and she loved his money more than she loved him. She bought expensive clothes, jewelry, and even a new sports car. My father was happy to give her anything she wanted. He said, "She makes me feel young." Again, but Stella was doing more than spending his money. She was isolating him. Slowly, she began to lie about his friends. She told him that his best friend, Gilbert, said bad things about him. It wasn't true, but my father believed her. One by one, she turned him against everyone who cared for him. His brothers, his friends, and finally me. She told him that I was jealous of their happiness. Her lies poisoned his heart. When I tried to warn him, he shouted at me. His face was filled with anger I had never seen before. He said, "You are not my son anymore. Get out of my house." Those words broke me completely. I walked away in tears, feeling as if I had lost both my parents. After that, Stella had full control over him. My father lived like a king in a golden cage, rich but lonely. I watched from a distance, helpless and heartbroken. I couldn't give up on him, though. I decided to make one last attempt to save him. I called Gilbert and my uncles. I called 3 other friends who had known my father for over 40 years. I told them everything about Stella, her lies, her control, and how she had destroyed his peace. They were shocked and deeply worried. We decided to act together. The next Sunday, the 7 of us drove to my father's house. My hands were shaking as I rang the doorbell. Stella opened the door, and the smile on her face disappeared the moment she saw us. She tried to shut the door, saying we weren't welcome, but we walked in anyway. My father was sitting in his chair. When he saw me, his eyes filled with anger. Then he noticed Gilbert, his brothers, and his old friends, the people who had stood by him through everything. He looked confused, uncertain. Stella shouted, "Corbin, tell them to leave." But my father was silent. Gilbert stepped forward and placed a hand on his shoulder. He said softly, "Corbin, we're your friends. We love you. This woman has been lying to you." One by one, everyone spoke from their hearts. They told him how worried they were, how he had changed, and how Stella had turned him into a prisoner in his own home. My father looked at Stella, and in that moment, something inside him changed. For the first time, he saw her true face, the greed, the lies, the manipulation. His voice was quiet but strong as he said, "Get out of my house." Stella tried to argue, but he didn't listen. He was himself again, the strong man I had known all my life. She packed her things and left. When the door closed behind her, it felt like the storm had finally passed. My father turned to me and tears filled his eyes. He said, "I'm sorry, son." I hugged him, and all the pain I had carried disappeared in that moment. From that day forward, we were closer than ever before. We rebuilt our bond with love, laughter, and forgiveness. He was not just my father again. He became my best friend. Now, as an old man, I still think of that day. It reminds me that love and truth are stronger than lies and greed. I lost my father once to his grief, but I did not lose him to her. I fought for him and I won. And that victory still warms my heart every single day. Thank you for listening to my story. If you enjoyed it, please like and subscribe for more such meaningful stories. Take care, everyone.